Oh, hey guys, how's it going? Hey, regular guy barbecue right here for you. Listen, you guys know we've talked about this in other videos. It's cold as hell in Wisconsin in the wintertime. Makes it really hard to stand outside and barbecue and really enjoy ourselves. But that doesn't stop us from cooking, because we still got to eat. Well, I don't need to eat anymore, but you guys, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm preparing a dish tonight that we're actually going to cook tomorrow. But it'll give you an idea of what we're going to do here. This is called a sweet Hawaiian crock pot chicken. Okay, so it's not real hard to do. This is actually one of those simple crock pot recipes you can throw together. It takes a little time for it to cook because you're using a crock pot and it goes rather slow. So what I'm doing is I'm just making up some diced chicken here. You know, maybe 1.5 inch pieces or so. Nothing fancy, doesn't have to be too crazy. Now, believe it or not, and I'm going to contradict myself here of what I normally do, I actually found a recipe for this, and I thought it looked amazing. I know you're using a recipe, what the heck? Yeah, no, I'm changing the recipe to fit my needs, estimating on our measurements and things like that. So if you want to come in a little closer, if you would please. I got a different camera person, and my daughter's the one over. So what we got here is a cup of pineapple juice and a third cup of soy sauce. The recipe calls for that. It also calls for, I believe it was a third of a cup, maybe a half a cup of brown sugar. So we just took a lump out. We're using a brown sugar, and this is the pineapple juice we're using. Not really that important. But we also are going to add a tablespoon of our black pepper and a tablespoon of our favorite ingredient, garlic. We're going to add those into our mix as well, okay? And we'll just whisk those together. If I can figure out where in the same hell my whisk went. There we are, whisk. We'll just whisk that in. Now, again, according to the recipe, this is supposed to cook in the crock pot for 8 hours. I ain't got 8 hours to wait for a meal. However, I understand the purpose to it. As we are barbecue people, we understand that part of that time is being considered for marinating. So, we're going to cheat. Chicken goes in the marinade overnight. Then when I put it in the crock pot tomorrow, it'll do its job in probably 4 hours instead of 8 hours. Saves a little time tomorrow, right? Now we won't have to start it at 6 in the morning to have it for dinner. The other thing we're going to do that's a little different is we've cut up some green onions that we're going to throw in probably the last 15-20 minutes of cooking this chicken tomorrow. In the meantime, we're going to use the leftover bits to add to our marinade to give us the extra layer of flavor that we're always looking for, right? Right. So, that's as simple as this dish is going to be for tonight. We'll put it in the fridge, let it sleep till tomorrow morning, maybe till noon, depends when I get up. We'll put it in the crock pot for 4 or 5 hours, see how it goes, and we'll show you what it looks like once we get started in the morning and what it looks like when it's done, okay? Come on back. Well, guys, it's the next day. We're here now with our sweet Hawaiian chicken, crockpot chicken. And as you can see, we threw all those green onions in there for flavoring overnight. We took those out because we don't want to have all the big chunks in there like that. And we drained out, we had to add a little bit of pineapple juice to our mix because our marinade just wasn't covering our chicken all the way. So we took a little bit of that juice out because we want this to thicken up on its own and become like a sauce when we make this chicken. So we've got it in our crock pot here. We've got it on high. We're going to let this cook for probably about 4 hours total. Stirring it along the way. We're going to make up some rice to go with it later on. We'll show you how that goes. And yeah, so here we are at the next step. Now let's hurry up and wait. So you can see we got our chicken right over here. All done, cooked up. We drained out some of the sauce over here. We're going to thicken that up and just add that to it later. And here what we're doing, a real simple one, just frying some rice, a little soy sauce and with our rice that we cooked ahead of time. Now we're going to add a little scrambled egg, because we like egg in our fried rice. So, a little of our avocado. And we're going to get a little fried rice going on with a little scrambled egg. Okay. Again, this is a real simple dish that we're just doing because it's too damn cold to barbecue outside. So we're just making some things up in the house to feed the masses. Or in that case, the three of us. Yeah. You know. Well, anyway. Real simple dish. Like I said, we're going to serve this up. We're going to get this fried rice done up. We'll serve this down as a bed for the sweet chicken to go on. And we did take it out of the crock pot. We took it out of the crock pot a little bit earlier than what the recipe would call for. Just because I didn't like the way that the sauce was thickening up. It just wasn't getting as thick and sweet and sticky as I like it to. So we put it in the frying pan and thickened it up a little bit more. Added a little bit of flour and flour water mixed to it just to give it a little thickening agent. Nothing too fancy, nothing too serious. So here's what we're going to do. Actually, I think I'll serve this in a bowl. Real simple. There's your fried rice. Again, you can add vegetables to this if you want. We're trying to keep this one pretty simple tonight. It's just rice that we fry.
Gosh,
add a little soy sauce. Add a little bit of scrambled egg to it. Scribbled egg. There's our sweet chicken. It's a Hawaiian sweet chicken. And there you go. So there it is, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here at Regular Guy Barbecue. We appreciate you taking the time out. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like if you like the video. Hit that thing. And if you don't like it, hit it twice. Hit the thumbs down twice. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know each and every time we come out with another video. Thanks for joining us.